Welcome to my channel. My name is JT and I am a car flipper. So some of the things you might need to know being a car flipper is that you need a little bit of capital. You need some money. You're gonna need some knowledge on cars, specifically whatever car you're gonna be flipping. If it's a brand, if it's how to fix them, where to find the parts, if you're gonna have a paint guy, if you're gonna have a dent guy, if you're gonna have a detail guy, that kind of stuff. How high you wanna scale your car flipping if you're gonna do it yourself. First things first, just a little backstory on myself. I started out car flipping because an old boss of mine started car flipping, and he and his son actually brought in, within a year, just in profit, not actually overall what they spent, but they brought in about $95,000 in profit for a 12-month period just by buying them on the side and selling them while working a normal job. So I saw that and went, okay, well, I can do that too. So with my personal history being with a certain automaker that I work with, in the last couple of years I worked on those cars myself, I'm not gonna say, but with those cars myself, I know how to fix them. So I was like, well, I can benefit from this in two ways. I can fix them myself and save on having a shop do it. And second, I already know those cars, so getting them from people for cheap because they're broken makes it easier for me. In reality, I do the work myself. So some of you might not be able to do the work yourself, which is okay, but you gotta find someone you can either work with or that's gonna be able to help you or cut you a deal on fixing these cars so you can profit the most and be beneficial. And my suggestion is you look for something simple first, maybe a foreign domestic like Honda or Subaru or Toyota or Nissan, and or something that's small like 4-cylinder, something if you're gonna work on it yourself, make it simple, and or take a couple car classes before jumping into flipping cars, because it might sound like an easy task, but during some days where I'm working on cars and it's hot and there's some part I can't figure out or I can't fix myself or I have to go get something from somewhere else or go to a parts store, you second guess it sometimes. But at the end, it is worth it. In a 4-week period, I made $5,000 off of one car. And then I sold a second car the next day and brought another couple $100. It can very much so make you money on the side of a normal 9-to-5 job. You just have to figure out how to do it. And then once you get your niche in that market and what car you're gonna sell or what you're gonna flip to, then you scale, and then you can scale it. Over the next couple weeks, I'm gonna be doing videos on, let's say, just what I do or how I go about it to make my money and how I have become financially free to an extent by flipping these cars, by paying my bills, having the free time to shoot these videos and to make YouTube channel stuff. So let's start off with 5 tips that could help you guys with flipping cars for like beginners. First off, you're gonna want to find an easy car to flip. Something that's not beat, not too bad on the outside, decent miles, not a salvage title if you want to profit a good amount of money. Second, you're gonna want to look for if the motor's got problems or if it's an interior issue or an exterior issue. Like if it's got minor dings and paint, like in the paint and scratches, that's a fixable, very like cheap fixable thing. It depends on if it's like fade or if the paint's flaking or chipping or that kind of stuff, dents, that kind of thing. Third tip, let's see, check the background of the car. Definitely want to know what's up with the car, how many owners it's had, if it's clean title or not, if it is, if it had its services. The more service paperwork you can get for that car, the easier it is to sell, because then you can show to the person buying the car that it's had its service and it's had its checkups throughout its entire life being a car. Number 4, finding cars around where you are. The easiest way to find cars, honestly, to flip is gonna be using apps on your phone like OfferUp, Craigslist, what's the other one? Facebook Marketplace. You can look on the other selling app. What's the other selling app? It's, I can't think of it right now, it's the red one, but you can use that app too. People get in situations where they can't fix their car, they have to sell it or they're moving, so you can get deals on cars if you look for the right cars in the right places. It is a game, you have to put in a little bit of effort, you have to put in some focus, you have to put that time in, but you can make it work, and I make it work daily. So if you just keep following along, you'll get there. Number 5, last but not least, at least have fun doing it. If you like cars, it's fun. It's fun for me because I like cars, and I also use that money to build other cars. Like projects myself that I have myself. So you have to find a goal of what you want to hit. Like for instance, I flip cars so that I can have certain exotic cars or stuff in the future. Like I want to have a Porsche, so I flip cars to save to buy a Porsche, and I'll get to that point eventually. So make sure you're having fun doing it and that it's something you want to do on the side, because if you don't put 100%, like 110% into it, it's not going to be fun and you're not going to keep doing it, or you're not going to stay consistent. So just remember that. But if you guys like my video, please like and subscribe. Keep following for content. I'm going to keep making videos on car flipping, and I'll kind of like maybe show eventually some of the cars I flip and how much I profit and compared to how much I spend on these cars. And I mean, I'm not lying, like I make money doing it. I'll show you. That's all real $100 bills. I mean, I sell cars and I make my hustle, so you can do the same thing and have just as much free money on the side if you do it too. I'll see you guys in the next one.